Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, this one should be a little bit shorter. I'm just going to do the rest of the spoilers. I think it was June 16th that I was doing, that I left off on in the last video. So just the rest of the cards from that one. So hopefully pretty short. All right, so let's take a look at it. Where are we? We are at one of the best reprints in the set in Imperial Seal. So this one, it had the original printing and then it had the Judge promo. Obviously, both of those are at a very high price point. The scarcity of the card, its use in Commander, technically it could be used in other formats like Legacy and Vintage. But really, it's the scarcity of the card that has pushed that price so high. Now, I don't think this will be like Grim Tutor in that it'll drop down extremely low, but I can't see it keeping this price point for the base copy of $329.40. It possibly could stay over the $100 price point depending on how many end up getting out there. I know this product is going to be limited. We're not going to see as many of these mythics pulled because there's just not that many packs that are available to open. But there will be enough out there that there's no way it's keeping this $300 price point. And then we'll see if it drops below that $100 mark. I really like this card. I would like to own a copy of it. I would probably need to pull it though. I don't know if I'm going to go out and buy this card if it stays above $100, but we'll see. Maybe. But yeah, let's take a look at the different arts. This was the original art. Well, this was the original art on the original card. The art changed a little tiny bit, just like coloring wise, and I think maybe like the scope of it, they might have zoomed in a little bit here. On the Judge promo, but it was the same piece of art. But the new printing of it has two different arts. It has the regular art, which I really enjoy with that seal on the envelope, and then the full art is kind of like a pirate seal. They're going for that kind of aspect to it. And I think I like this one just a little bit better. I do like this art, but I think I like the full art just a little bit better. So if I could get a full art foil copy of this card, again, it'd be really tough to like hold on to it and not sell it and then just buy the cheaper version. But we'll see. We'll see where the price ends up at. And then, of course, the foil etch would be amazing. I do love the look of the foil etch card. Obviously, this price point is crazy. I don't think that's going to stick. How is this price point higher than this one? I don't know. But that's where we are right now. Hopefully, it will change. It will go down, but we'll see how much. And then there's going to be, I think, is there a foil texture of this one? Maybe not. Maybe there is. I'm trying to remember which ones had the textured art. Let's see here. If I refresh, no, it's not showing it, so maybe not. But if there's the texture art of this one or texture foil of this one, I would love to own that. That'd be great, obviously, but it's going to be a really expensive card, like insanely expensive. But this card, I hope to pull it. If I pull it, I will be a very happy person. All right, everybody, let's move on. Okay, so a card I'm less excited about being in the set, mostly because they just did it in Secret Lair, and I own that copy. But I also prefer this art, so I'm not moving on to... I like the art on the full art Bloom Tender in this set. This art's a different art altogether. It's a nice art, but I think I would stick with my Secret Lair version of it. And I mean, it's a decent rare to pull regardless. A lot of people still need this card. It's not... it hasn't really been reprinted since its original printing. It's got its original printing. It's got the mystery booster printing, which is kind of iffy on how much that counts as a reprint. And then Secret Lair doesn't really count as a reprint, although anybody could have gotten a copy of it at that point. But now it's kind of you have to try to find someone selling it. It's still a good reprint though, and I'm happy for people who are able to get their hands on it now. The foil etch is nice. The full art is pretty good. But I like my copy, and I will not be moving on. So if I pull one, I'll be looking to sell it. All right. So Teferi's Protection. It's had a number of reprints already since it was first released. Some of them are limited printings, like list printings and that sort of thing. So you know, they've had a limited impact on it. It's still a really expensive card. Is it at? It's at rare, so that should help with the price. I have multiple copies of this. I don't have the Judge promo. I didn't have any desire to have that. I have either the foil etched or foil or regular foil of this printing of it with the Mystical Archives, and I think that's the copy that I'm going to end up keeping and using as my copy of the card. I really like the art. I really like the Mystical Archives bordering. I prefer the foil etch, and I think it is foil etch, but if it's the regular foil, that's good too. I liked the Japanese version of it as well. It was I like that art, but I think I like this one better, and so I'm happy I have this one. I have the Secret Lair version of that, but eventually I will move on from that. I'll sell that. But the art with him with his daughter, it's great. I really do like that. I have the 2017 Commander version from, I think it was the Vampire deck. That deck was just crazy in general. So I have that, and then I have the Mystery Booster. Was it a Mystery Booster or List? I think it's the Mystery Booster. I have that copy as well. And so I imagine I'm going to end up pulling this one too, because I have every single copy of this card, almost. If I could get the foil etch, that would be nice. Those are really nice looking. I think let's just pull it up separately. I think I had to do that the last time I did this video, to be able to pull up the foil etched version of it. So I do really like this, but I don't think I would choose it over this version of it. And then last but not least is the full art, the new full art version of it. It's with him and his, I think it's also his daughter again, but it might be that that lady he met. Is it his? I don't think it's his wife, but let's see. Teferi's Protection. Is it borderless or full art? Borderless. I do like this art. I really do. And getting a full art foil would be nice, but I think I'd still stick with the Mystical Archive. But great reprint for the set. It didn't need a reprint, although the price was kind of high, so in that sense it did, but great reprint. All right. Not a great reprint in that it's just not an expensive card. It's pretty easy. You could go out and get it. You could go out and get it in this cool, vintage border. I like that. I guess if I want a copy of it, the foil etch is nice to have. It hasn't been really reprinted other than being on the list, so that's good. But I don't want to pull this in any variant. It'd feel like a waste, but here it is. So there you go. All right, so one of the big reprints of the set, Dockside Extortionist. Actually, before I go into that, there's a bunch of commons and uncommons, some decent ones in here, some needed, but most of them are just for like drafting purposes, which there's really not enough product out there to draft, so that's kind of disappointing. Other than this experiment one, this is like the art from a promo, I think, of some sort, the Judge promo or an F&M promo or something like that. So getting a foil version of this would be cool. I play this in multiple decks, so I could definitely see wanting to get a foil copy of this art. All right, Dockside Extortionist. It is definitely a needed reprint. This has actually gone down in price. It was up in the 60s or 70s at one point for this Commander 2019 version. I have that version, so I don't need to pull this, but pulling it would be fun. I like this art better than this art, although this art kind of reminds me of the other Monkey Pirate from Modern Horizons 2. It's slipping out of my head right now. And I have that one in full art foil that I pulled. I was very lucky to do that as well. So I don't anticipate I'll pull this in full art foil, but if I did, that'd be cool. They're kind of similar. I like the Monkey Goblin Pirate version of it, as opposed to the regular Goblin. And I like this art, and the foil etched would be just perfect for any deck I would have put it in. But good reprint all around. So I'm excited that they did this, although it probably could have been in Commander Legends. Just saying. All right, moving on. Okay, so another one of the commons in the set that are given that full art treatment, Rampant Growth. I could definitely see being super happy about pulling this. That would be the Rampant Growth that I use in future decks. I love this art, and getting a full art foil of a staple like that would be really nice. I would really appreciate that. There's been a bunch of reprints of this card, but they're using this for the base one, so a reprint of this art that hasn't been used nearly as much, so that's good for the reprint. And then other than that, I could see going out and getting this I apologize, going out and getting this player rewards promo. I have a couple different versions of cards in this style, so I could see going out and getting that, but I really do like this. All right, moving on. So Cryptic Spires. So I just kind of wanted to touch on this one. This is going to be in every pack. Every single pack is going to have a Cryptic Spires, and that's for draft purposes. That's why it's in there, for drafting. There's not enough product to draft, so that's kind of silly. They should have put out more product if they wanted people to draft it, but they're limiting the amount of product that's going to be out there. People can't draft it, so that's stupid. This card is unplayable outside of draft. Like, why would you play this instead of a different tap land? I mean, I guess in a 4-color or a 5-color commander deck, and then you could just kind of circle it each game for what you need. But no, there's so many better options. No one's going to put this in their decks unless they're just starting out. So it should be like a couple pennies. No, pre-order price is $3.37. Just no, please don't. I want a copy of it for completionist's sake. I'm gonna have a copy of it because I open a pack and I take it out of the pack and I put it in my binder. Don't pay this price for these. Come on. Anyways, that's the only thing I wanted to touch on with those. And then the last card of the video is going to be Mizzix the Magnus. Mizzix the Magnus. I think that's kind of how it's said. Decent reprint. I know a lot of people didn't get all of the commander decks or all of the commander cards from 2015. That was before I started buying all the pre-con decks too. This is one of the ones that I did not get. So I would love to have a copy of this card. I would love to have a copy of it in foil etch, but it's such a cheap card that I hope I don't pull it. It's not a great mythic to pull, so that's kind of disappointing that it's at mythic and not like downgraded to rare. Also, if I wanted a special copy of this card, I could go out and get the Judge promo. The Judge promo is just really nice. I like that art. I like the style. I've picked up a lot of the Judge promos. I'm not even a judge. I just like the Judge promos, and I've picked up a lot of the different Judge promos that have been released, but I didn't grab this one because I've never had a desire to build this deck. But to have a copy of the card, if I didn't pull it, which I hope I don't, then I could see maybe just going out and getting this to build the deck with. But there's a lot cheaper options out there. Anyways, that's it for the end of this video. I hope you guys have been enjoying these. I'm going to finish them up, either way, and then I look forward to opening that product when it comes to me. Let's see, we're looking at is it this weekend or is it? I think it's next weekend. I will check on that. But it's coming up, and I will open the product on camera and regret my life choices for opening boxes that are going to double and triple in value in no time flat. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good day.